It's time to enjoy the cream of the crop here for the summer. We're talking cherry picking and we're making a pie with Amy West from West Orchards Farmers Market. Good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be back.
So you are making, I think, one of the traditional dishes that when people think of summertime pie, you think cherry pie.
Absolutely. We were just talking about baseball. It's baseball and cherry pie. It's
That's
kind
all
of
you
4th
need.
of July, that whole, it's very summer.
So how are we going to get things started? Show us how to make this amazing recipe that you have.
You know, we have this recipe online. It's very simple. It's just a few ingredients. We start with 4 cups of pitted cherries. And people sometimes say, oh, do you sell a cherry pitter? I need a cherry pitter. No one needs a cherry pitter.
What do you have there? Is that a
It's a paper clip. You just pop the top
watch you do
off.
this.
It's so simple. It goes into where the stem came out, and out comes the pit.
How neat is that?
So,
all you need is a paper clip.
Yep, exactly. So super simple. I did 4 cups in about 10 minutes,
Okay.
which that's manageable. So you've got your 4 cups of cherries. We have our dry ingredients are 2 cups of sugar because the cherries are tart cherries.
Okay.
And then a third of a
something to
cup.
sweeten a bit.
Right, exactly. A third of a cup of tapioca, which gives it kind of a little thickness, and then a third of a cup of flour. And in go the cherries.
Pies always seemed intimidating to me to make, and I don't know why.
I think it's the crust.
I think it is the crust, and so I would probably cheat, but I don't think you cheated and bought something. I think you created that yourself.
I have to be honest.
Did you cheat?
Well, I did.
I don't want to call it cheating.
Well, it's
because it's not, but
it kind of is, but it's okay. I am not, anybody who knows me knows I'm not a pie crust person.
Okay.
So my friend has a business, Linda from Unique Eats, and she does catering bakery. So I knew she could do it, so I asked her to help me. But I think it's on like my bucket list. I really want to learn how to do a good crust. Because I was just online the other day, and there's a ton of different tops you can do. You can do lattice. You can do tops that are solid that have little cutouts in them. It's very artistic and pretty.
It can be very artistic.
Yes.
I think that's also why I've been opposed to it, because I'm not that artistic in
but
that way.
But you know what? Then it becomes kind of homey.
And exactly, right? And it's unique, it's your own.
Yes, exactly.
You can have fun with it.
Now what I've done here, I've just put a little bit of flour in the bottom, and that'll just kind of keep the crust from getting too soggy. And this, it's kind of funny because when you make a pie like this, where you're doing it from scratch, it seems a little dry, but what will happen is these cherries will bubble up and they'll just,
the juice
oh
will
my
just
gosh, it's beautiful.
pour out of them. Okay.
So this one we've chosen to do a lattice top, and we won't go through the whole thing. Through the magic of TV, we have one that's already done.
Wonderful.
So you just kind of lay this out, and this is where that basket weaving from camp comes in.
Comes into play.
Because
it helps you.
Yes, it goes over, and then you go over and under.
So you do go under these too. Okay.
You do go under, yeah. You just kind of.
Can you show us real quick how you would do the over and under
Yeah,
part?
of course.
This is, again, very interesting to me. But that's nice. So you're not even going to the grocery store for something for your crust. You're getting it from a local woman who.
I got it from a local woman who's really a brilliant baker. But a pie crust is very simple. It's really just flour and butter. I mean, it's not anything.
And yet we're all afraid of it.
Well, you know what happens, and I have done this myself, is you fiddle with it too much, and it makes the crust actually not tender anymore. So you want to handle it as little as possible.
Okay. All right, so that's just simple. You just pick up the one side, then put it under,
Exactly,
and throw it back
just
down.
literally just like your basket weaving.
So it does take a bit of time.
A bit of time,
but it's. So
but it's
worth it. When you have that served, when you have people,
yes,
friends
for your
come over.
family, or you're going somewhere because they travel really well. You can just make them up, and they're much better if they sit for 24 hours.
So this is great, though. It's simple. It's very simple. It might take a little bit of time, but it's simple.
Yes.
Let's pull out the finished product
All
if
right.
you don't mind.
No, perfect, because it's very pretty.
I want you to be able to see how good this looks when it's all done. How long do you cook it for?
It's a 425-degree oven for.
I'll get that.
Oh, thank you. 425-degree oven for about 50 minutes.
50 minutes, 425.
Yep.
That looks gorgeous.
And all I did was crimp the edges with a fork.
Simple and easy.
Very simple. And you could put a million different types of fruit in. Blueberries are coming up, peaches are coming up, you can mix fruits. Yeah.
Well, if you're like me and you've been intimidated to try the baking of different pies, I think I saw there it's not that complicated.
It's not that complicated
I'm probably
at
gonna buy
all.
my own crust still, but that's okay.
There you go.
Simple and
Refrigerator
easy.
section, it's easy.
Good to go.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Amy,
Thanks
for
so
being
much for
here.
having me.
Easy peasy. We're gonna put that the recipe on our website too, so that you can check that out there.
Perfect.